Hello folks, happy 4th of July. I hope you are somewhere where you get to enjoy fireworks this year. I am not. Our live fireworks have been canceled this year, so there it is. But the fireworks are about to start in the mining stocks, in my opinion, and that is what we are looking at in this current video. GDXJ is an ETF, and actually it's the Junior Gold Miners ETF. But if you look at the components within this ETF, you find that actually this is more representative of not only the mining stock sector as a whole, but more importantly, the mining stock sector that we are interested in investing in, and that is the emerging producers and junior miners, specifically avoiding the behemoths, the large bulky, cumbersome miners, the Barricks, the Newmonts, etc. And so anyway, GDXJ is what I typically use as a proxy for the mining stocks. What we can see here, we're in our monthly time frame, so we're looking at the big picture. This vehicle, this ETF, has been working on this resistance level now for 3 months, obviously, and of course this is July, just getting started. And we'll see. In my opinion, I'm expecting GDXJ to push through this resistance level, probably do some kind of pullback and retest. It's not unlikely that price action will be bullish, and price may not pull all the way back to this level to retest before heading higher, but we'll be able to look at that more closely when it happens. But so anyway, we've been chopping underneath this resistance level since 2016. That was the peak of the rally back in 2016. Here we are challenging that level again. And the key point that I want to make on this chart is that once price pushes through this resistance level, there's very little resistance all the way up to 100. And so for that reason, very little overhead resistance. I expect price to move very quickly from 50 to 100. And then as another factor, we have the round number at 100. It's just it's the next natural target coming off of this level. Yeah, that's just a fun, note, advice. Back up the truck at that point, for run off to the races. Yeah. And let's pop from there. Actually, before we pop down to there, let's look at just a couple of indicators just for fun. Why not? So volume, yeah, nothing particularly exciting. Accumulation, distribution doesn't tell us anything. Now there's MACD, and so remember we're in our monthly time frame, so this is very long-term picture we're looking at. And there's MACD has risen up above the center line, and so when both lines of the MACD indicator are above zero, price is in its bullish mode. And so since July of 19, a year ago, mining stocks have been in the bullish mode, as indicated by, well, no, actually, let's call it there in October. So October of 19, mining stocks have been in bullish mode, as indicated by MACD. We're currently on a buy signal from, when did we get that? April. So a couple of months now on a buy signal in the mining stocks. Stochastics indicating that price energy is very high right now. price certainly has energy to move higher and work through that level if that's what it chooses to do. We're dropping now down to the weekly time frame, and nothing really new to see. Let's get off of log mode there. We can see that, price is bumping up against this resistance level. Price is interacting with both of these median lines. These are the upper median lines on two different forks. And of course, remember that as Tim Morge taught us, at the intersection of two median lines, we get a price magnet or an energy point. Basically, it's a zone that price gets sucked into and tends to move very energetically. And certainly that's what we see with that doji candlestick right there, is that price was very energetic in that energy zone. So just a coincidence, right? Yeah, we can take a quick look at the indicators, or some of them. Let's see, we're on our weekly. Let's look at a moving average, although yeah, nothing really exciting on volume. MACD is quite overbought. Stochastics price energy is high. Let's focus on MACD here for a minute. And so, well, I made this point before. I'll just do it again. So if we look at MACD with a horizontal line, we can see that back in July of 19, August of 19, MACD reached this level and price rolled over, momentum rolled over. Now we have price, or MACD, again at this level. It's not uncommon for MACD to roll over at the same level that it has in the past. MACD is not a bounded indicator, and so that certainly doesn't have to be the case. And I'd suggest in this case that MACD is rising strongly, and the histogram is suggesting the same thing. We've gone from the soft green back to the dark green, suggesting that momentum is strong. So let's get rid of MACD there. And we'll drop down to the daily time frame. Yeah, we're probably still on log. Let's see. Yeah, nothing, really exciting there. We're going to drop down one more time level, so we get some pitchforks in this lower time level. As always, I like to draw my market structure, because it helps me understand what price is up to. And so one of the things I notice when I draw this horizontal support level, that big gap in price action becomes obvious, and when price is gapping like that, that's positive. That's an indication of price energy, obviously price energy in the upward direction. So is there anything else? Oh, and again, the top of this resistance zone could be providing support. Price bouncing along the top, that upper median line of the red pitchfork. Some interesting action right in here. Let me throw a highlight just so we're clear, and I got to send that to the back. So interesting that this doji here, you might call that a hammer doji, with the long tail, So we get a spike down to test the lower median line of this pink fork, and obviously that's been serving as support for several trading sessions. And the body of the hammer closed above the median line of this blue dashed line, Andrew's pitchfork. So interesting. That's kind of fun. And we've got a zoom retest going on. That's one of the 5 rules or behaviors we can expect when we're working with Andrew's pitchforks, is the zoom and retest. You know, you might consider that a zoom. We didn't really get a retest, or the retest came pretty far down the road. Anyway, let's take a quick, now down in this 4-hour time frame, let's take a quick look at a couple of indicators just for funsies. Yep, volume doesn't tell us anything. Let's get rid of it. Yep, nothing exciting in the accumulation distribution. MACD. MACD is not quite as overbought in this time frame. It does have some room to move to the upside. It appears to be rolling over at this point, so momentum is waning. Yeah, MACD. Stochastics telling us that price energy is high, and there we go. All right, my main message with the mining stocks is that once, in my opinion, once price breaks through this 50-52 resistance, we're going to see a quick run up to this 100 level and be quite rapid, in my opinion. And this will be a good place to take some profits. That's the end of this video, folks. I hope you are having a great 4th of July. Talk to you soon.